I have a mentor in marriage. I'm not going to get there as we go on this evening. While everybody needs a mentor in your relationship. What I say? Everybody needs a mentor in their relationship. So I called him, I discussed with him. I've known him since 1991. And his wife and his husband, and his wife and himself, they also married, counsel, and things like that. And I know all their children. So they had a big church in the States. He's doing massive people. And ever since I know him and his wife, there has not been any scandal. In fact, their daughter is even a married counselor, and she's also into marriage. She's married now, so she has stepped up what the father and the mother do. So I called him, I'm coming to see you, sir, with my wife. So I went with my wife. That's the third part. I said, I'm married with 20 years in February this year. I have things I have found out that these first 20 years of marriage, there are things I do not, I have said that I don't like, that I do not agree. There are things I want to stop. There are things I will not continue to accept. And I believe that she too has certain things that if I explain to her, she might not see it, she might not agree. And as long as she doesn't agree, we may have reservation. There are things she might want to tell me that I'll say, no. And as long as we don't resolve it, it will always come up again. Listen, in every situation, always try and ensure you resolve a matter. Once you don't resolve it, it will always resurface. You know what I said? Once you don't what? Resolve it, it will always resurface. So we went there, we sat down. The husband sat down, the wife sat down, myself and my wife sat down. Okay, what's the matter? I am renting my own house. I tap it in my phone. She has typed our own house. We sat down. This. Okay, let's try this one after the other. We dropped. Then she said, no, this. I know, no, it's not so. It's this. Okay, you should have done this. You should have done this. The wife said, okay, madam, this is what you should have done. That is wrong. This is wrong. That is wrong. And after everything, are you not happy with this? Yes, I'm okay. As long as you both agree that this is the right way. So you go, I'm okay. As long as you say, okay, listen, you're not having a compromise. Okay, this is where we are moving forward. Because I said we are planning for the next 20 years. After 20 years, we're going to go back and check. This last 20 years ago. And then because every day, listen to me, what is your taste 10 years ago might not be your taste again now. That is why people say that I no longer love my husband, I no longer love my wife. Because what they saw then is not what they have seen. You know, you will see to the level of your exposure. Are you with me? You will see the level of your what? Exposure, knowledge. But as knowledge increases, your taste will change. As exposure increases, your taste will change. I hope you know, if you have not lived in a flat all your life, you have lived in a face where I slap you, and you have never crossed this mainland, the first day you cross to Banana Island, and they keep you in that place for 6 months, if you come out, your friend will take you out. You gotta do it. Yes. You know why? What happened? Exposure. There are things you accept before that 6 months. You will unconsciously say no. That's why I tell people, if you are not married yet and you are still single, I mean you are still young, don't get engaged and you want to go to school, don't get engaged before going to school. Because that's your church member, that girl and you went to secondary school together, and I think she's the most beautiful one in the world. When you get to school, you will see the one that are not yet known. And then that one that you are saying you are the first at home, will now look like feeling 30 years. Then one hour come. Say, go to school, you abandon me. No, abandon you. His eyes did what? Open exposure. Alright. So, number one, not allowing third party in marriage is not true. Why? Because in relationship, when you start out in marriage, young couples, there will be some realities that you will face. I'm trying to say that love is blind, but what? Marriage will open your eyes. So, for example, one of the things that strike you when you just get married, that make you like financial pressure. Financial pressure. That man that you think you like, that man that look romantic. When financial pressure hits you, you will think you're not even remember that you're a human being that need romance. I get my point. So this lady, this guy is always saying, hey my dear, because you see every now and then, you don't live together, he's not paying for the rent, your rent is not buying anything, just buy a gift that come and give you the house or something. But now you are together and you are living, and he's almost like 90% responsible for everything about you. His brain is resetting. Responsibility is eating at him. So if they come and forget to give you a hug, financial pressure affects. Let me just read because of that. There's something I want to read. Sexual frustration. You understand that when you get married, sex is not everything. You will understand that the man that is emotional, that is like we have sex in the morning, we have in the afternoon, we have in the night, and no problem. When responsibility hits the man and hits you, the woman, as a wife, you walk naked, you not even know that the man will know you are there. You're like, in fact, he didn't look at me, so he's looking at somebody. He's not looking at somebody. Reality is dawning on me that it's more than just this thing. And we need to know how to manage it. Are you following me? Because once you mismanage it, you destroy that relationship. And in most cases, because you have never been married before, and you don't have the knowledge, what happens? You begin to react. So when you're supposed to welcome him and be a succumb to him, you are now a terror. So what happened to him? He too will react. So the two of you are now reacting. You need to understand that. At that point in time, something needs to be introduced. Otherwise, you will mismanage it. And when you mismanage it, you're not going to recover. No. Let me say this. There are times that love, everyone says love depends on marriage. Love is important. But most of the time, it is not love that you need to keep in marriage. Because there are times that love is not going to be enough. You know why? Because there are things that affect love that can either make love grow or make love die. Have you seen people before that they love themselves? And after a while, you are wondering how can they be beating themselves? And then I hate you. There are things that will kill love. There are things that will make love grow. And you need to understand those things so that you don't continue to do things that will kill love. And then you say you don't need third party. You will break that marriage. I can assure you to do it. That I embrace one person kill another person. All of you remember the story of this woman that died. Osinachi. The other one was sentenced to death by hanging. Now, who is losing? The children. When the third was accused, they came out and said they never knew when anything was happening. She would come to church and sing and do every other thing. Never told anybody. You know why? No one told party. So how many parties now came to their marriage now? Eh? You are part of their marriage. I'm telling the story now. But if you have opened up with your pastor, people that will come and say, you read her. Unless, a pastor called me last month. I know he said I'm his wife. I was telling his wife has left him. How come that the wife leave you? They said many things, so I'm not called another pastor that is close to them. What happened? He reported to that pastor. The pastor called police. The police will arrest him. The pastor called the police and said, yes. No, they said you call police to arrest this pastor. He said, the pastor told me what he did. I said, no. He said the pastor used cutlass to beat his wife. They have 5 children. They were married for 16 years. How many children? 5 children. They were married for 16 years. And he used cutlass. And I was marked on that. So the lady picked up and called that pastor and said, hey, where are you? Run to police station now. So he ran out. We went to station. That pastor said, detain him. Cutlass to beat you. He said, hey, I don't decide. You can even say that. So now, if that lady had said this to that pastor in court when he wanted to kill her, before that time, he couldn't get to that lady. So if that man is taking it and use the front to cut her and she dies, what will you say? Don't get talk about it. Man, keep eating your marriage. One of the plan of the enemy, this to me, the trick of the enemy is to isolate you. God did not design marriage to be in isolation. Are you getting my point? You have never been married before. So how do you know what is not right, what is wrong? If I have been married before, it's even worse. Because the point that you have what they call comparison. You get the point? That's even worse. But now you have not been married before. And you don't have the knowledge. And you say, no, John, but in fact, the Bible teaches it. I will show you. When the Bible said, let the older women teach the younger women how to love their husband and keep their husband. That was one party. I will show you the book of Titus. One of what you can say, tell the older people the experience to teach the younger people. Say, oh, when the husband is behaving like this, this is what it means. Don't fight him. When your wife is doing like this, don't fight her. This is what it means. Right experience is better than non-experience at all. So, this is very, very important. Third party is a necessity in every relationship. Don't forget that. But when the two are not enough, you need to allow the room for the God intervention. So what my duty this evening is, number one, to make you see that having a third party is not wrong. Number two, now, is that the danger of not having third party is what I'm going to show you. That you will do more harm to yourself than good. Now we're going to look at it. What are the third party you should not allow in your own relationship? Whether you are single, before you get engaged, or whether you are already engaged, or you are married. What are the third party you should not allow? And the third party you should allow. And then what do you do when you realize that love is not enough? I love you, but I can't continue. I'm not able like that. So let me start with saying what to do when you realize that love is not enough. You are engaged with somebody and you realize that you really love this person, but there have been issues. Every now and then you can't stand it. What should I do if I realize that love seems not to be enough? You know, 5 practical things. Number one, acknowledge it openly and have a discussion with your partner. Acknowledge that love is not enough and do what? Sit down, have a discussion with your partner. Listen to me. Never assume. If you base your decision, your life, your action on assumption, you'll be frustrated. You don't know what your partner is thinking. Don't think you know. You don't. It's only your partner and Holy Spirit that knows what the person is thinking. Sit down and discuss it openly. Don't be afraid to say, I'm not here. I'm not feeling that you love me. Yeah? Have I said that to you before? Have I said to you that I'm not feeling that you want me, you love me? Say it loud. Say it loud. Like once or more than once. I can't hear you. plenty times. If I tell you this week, I don't see that. I'm not feeling that. Because the person may not know. Are you getting my point? And if you are really assuming something in your head, what you think is what you start to do. When I the other party, you have no idea. Now, some of you don't know what I'm saying before, but we are getting it from Abby. I'm not going to talk party in your marriage already. I'm already a third party. I'm already talking about your relationship. That's not party. Like coming to this program now, you are already introduced third party into the relationship between your fiance and fiancé. That's why I always encourage. If you have this kind of program like this, if you are engaged, let the two of you come so that you listen and get together. If you are married, let the two of you come so that you what? We get together. Very important. Because if you are knowledgeable about how to handle marriage and your partner does not have knowledge about it, you will be frustrated. Because it takes two to make marriage work. So what is the first thing to do? Acknowledge it and sit down to do what? To discuss it with your spouse. Then we need help. I think this is we need to talk, we need to discuss this matter. Number two, pray for wisdom and direction. When you notice that love is no longer enough, because it will always come, you see. And pray that it is not the situation that happens to men that destroys me. It is the reaction of men toward that situation that destroys them. You know what I said? It is not the water that destroys ships. It is that we allow the water to enter into the ship that sinks the ship. And most of the time, it is the reaction of fear. Water center. If they react well, many situations will react to wrongly bring destruction. So sit down, pray about it. Number three, look for someone with proven fruits to intervene in that situation. Number four, silence shame and pride. It is one of the, I think I'll put that number two. Silence what? Shame and pride. What would they say that? I just told you. I took myself and my wife to the state. Now, is that true? To God be true. Our mentor. I said, this is the matter. I don't have friends that can settle this matter. I don't have anybody that can talk to me, that can talk to you on this matter. But I can unashamedly tell you, sir, this. Let's start it now. If you don't take shame and pride out of it, you will still be put to shame. Because at last, I will still boss. By the time you get to boss, you can't pack it together again, everybody will know. So it's better that only one person knows about it and you deal with it correctly than you say you are managing it and then after a while, be busted. Silence shame, take shame away. Because nobody knows it more. What are the criteria to look at for the third party you must allow in your relationship? We have established the fact that third party is a necessity in what? In relationship, either engaged or married. You see, let me say this. One of the reasons many people marry wrong. Can I tell you? Not that married breaker, that they marry wrong. You know why? They did not involve third party because of this. I saw the lady. I like the lady. I have prayed at this day. I saw Bishop God told me is my wife. And I'm going to marry her, whether you like it or not. And then they go ahead and marry. And then balance starts. You know why? So you that said you want to marry, it's only when you are facing your sin. But all that are not part of the game can see where lapses are. You can choose alone. When the problem comes, it will not affect you alone. You can choose your man alone. You can choose your wife alone. But once you are married, when there is problem, it doesn't affect the two of you alone. You can choose alone. But in marriage, when the problem comes, it will end between you. It will affect everyone that wants you. You understand? It will affect your mom. It will affect your brother. It will affect your friends that genuinely love you. And it may not leave your it may put scar in your life till you die. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
May the Lord help us.
Amen.
So, what are the things, criteria to look at for a godly third party? 5 God-ordained third parties. Number 1, when you discover that there is already issue, and that's it, before that, don't wait for issues to come up before you have a third party. Let me even say this at the foundation. The first third party, you know, I explain to young people that when you want to marry, whosoever you want to marry, you must find out the person that man fears. If the man does not fear anybody, don't marry him. No matter the law he professes to you, there is no man that can call him and say, Desmond, I want to see you now. That you say, I'm coming, sir. If you don't have such a man around the man you want to marry, you will have problems that marriage. I can guarantee it.